I don't like you, Greenstone. It's very personal, Nick. But I must go all out. Just this once. Duels or the subs, whichever it would be. Sit the heck down, Greenstone. Here's the mother hecking tea. You try to dethrone me from spot number 18 or 2041, but you Greenstone, you lose. So I best think you haven't won. When I'm through with you, we're gonna be completely hecking done. Cause we only just begun. If I was P's zero by Nick Gunn. So come on, Greenstone, looking hungry for some drama. Here, let me serve you Nerf lasagna. Nerf lasagna. Nerf lasagna. Greenstone bad at duels like Nerf lasagna. Nerf lasagna. Nerf lasagna. Greenstone Nick gonna cry for his mama. Nerf lasagna. Nerf lasagna. Greenstone Nick sleeping while we grinding for the views. So Nerf lasagna. Nerf lasagna. Greenstone bad at duels like Nerf lasagna. So what's with the QR and all the cheating? I'm winning by honesty while you win for fraud. You got more subs than me at first, but Joe 5 Weston's got me, so if I was you, I would want to hold my celebration. You're like cheating, what the heck is that even supposed to mean? Your defense sounds like a mumble rapper in an interview. No papa, yes papa. Johnny, now done all this roast, and let's throw this little party with some Nerf lasagna. Nerf lasagna. Greenstone Nick gonna cry for his mama. Nerf lasagna. Nerf lasagna. Look at Greenstone, he's crying for his mama. Nerf lasagna. Stealing his ideas cause he can't make his own yet. Nerf lasagna. Nerf lasagna. Nerf lasagna. Greenstone bad at duels like Nerf lasagna. You got 45 subs at the time of me writing this, yeah, but most of your videos can't seem to hit more than 30.